We ended yesterday talking about the Lord's Prayer. In fact, the disciples were talking to Jesus saying, teach us how to pray. And it's a question that all of us have at some point in some time. How is it that we should pray? Well, when Jesus starts into what we call the Lord's Prayer, he says, Our Father in heaven. So we know where he is and that he is personal. That's why we're able to come to him and say, Father. In the New Testament, we know that Jesus is the good guy, but there's also the guys that aren't so good, and they are the Pharisees. Anytime the Pharisees show up, we would always say, dun, 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 because we knew something bad was going to happen. Now, in this case, the Pharisees don't show up, but the reason I'm bringing them up is because they want to have rules to everything that they say. They want to add rules to those rules, and when it came time to pray, they would stand on street corners. They would be loud about it. They would announce, hey, look at me, it's time for me to pray. And yet, what Jesus shares, that this time is personal. It is something that should be one-on-one. And so when it starts off with this very personal statement, Our Father in heaven. You know, maybe at some point in some time, someone has told you that this is how you have to pray. You have to say certain words. You have to be loud. You have to lift your hands to the Lord. You have to do all of these things. And really, at the end of the day, prayer is a communication between you and God. It is something that is personal. It is something that is powerful. It is something that is passionate. It is something that we can turn to our Heavenly Father and say, Our Father in heaven. Think about that, and we'll talk more tomorrow.